Hello, boys and girls. Hopefully you enjoyed Oztober Year 1. As I am recording this, I just finished editing and uploading episode 31. I managed to edit them all and upload them all long before the public ever saw them. But just while it's fresh in my mind, I wanted to get some of my thoughts down on camera because this project was months in the making. I had to get the idea, I had to watch all 31 movies and shows, some of which were longer than others. Had to write all the scripts. I had to record all the voiceover, all the parts where I'm in front of the camera. Had to edit them all. Luckily, I have a computer now that can actually handle the duties of editing. And had to make sure that they were all reasonably accurate and that they were hopefully entertaining, all that stuff. So I do feel like I gave birth to a baby a little bit. But at the same time, it was something I'd wanted to do for quite a long time. So I just wanted to take the curtain, peel it back, and reveal the man inside a little bit. So the obvious question is, why did I do this? Well, I'm the kind of person that I tend to take deep dives into things just on my own. I tend to kind of obsessively research a subject, and I had wanted to research Oz adaptations for quite a while because I knew that the Oz books, the original 14 ones, were in the public domain, and so they were up for grabs for anyone creative. And I had several Oz-themed, like either books or films that I had in my head, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't accidentally treading on ground that had already been trod upon by other artists. So that's part of why I did all the research I did, but I was like, well, if I'm doing this, I might as well take the audience along for the ride with me, because most people only know the 1939 film. They don't know the fact that the Land of Oz is so massive and vast in literature, but also in the world of film and television. So hopefully it was an opportunity to educate people a little bit and to hopefully inspire the next generation to see what kind of stories they could tell with some of these stories that anyone can use. Not only did I want to take the audience on the ride of research that I'd set out to do for myself, but I also was really inspired by Cinemassacre's Monster Madness and Disney-cember as far as those month-long deep dives into either horror movies or Disney movies or whatever. So I said, well, hey, nobody's doing it for Oz adaptations, so why not? And why not do it for the right reasons, to hopefully educate and inspire the next generation of storytellers. Making this series involves several things: researching each adaptation, finding them, which was more difficult in some cases than you might think, watching them all, getting the overall impressions and that kind of stuff, writing the scripts, setting up the set, recording the voiceover, recording the in front of the camera parts, and then editing, which probably took the longest out of all the steps. Not only did I have to track down all the video footage, but I had to track down stills that I was going to use. I had to basically make all those intertitles. I had to rebrand my channel. I had to come up with the name Dangerous Arts, all this stuff. So it was a long process. At some point, I did kind of realize maybe I'd bitten off more than I could chew, because as I was really conceptualizing everything, it was already maybe late spring, early summer, and I was like, well, I need to not only watch all of these, but I gotta somehow find all the footage, I gotta record myself, I gotta get it all done in time, gotta edit it all, upload it all in time for October. But by hook or by crook, I managed to do it, and hopefully you enjoyed the end product. I have other ideas for future installments, some of which will be getting to some of the ones that I couldn't get to this year, or taking a deep dive into one adaptation in particular, something like that. But you will see future Oztobers, and I do want to do other deep dives into other public domain adaptations and just deep dives in general. So there's going to be a lot of similar content and other types of content coming your way. I don't want this to be the end. I just want this to be the beginning. So yeah, this project took many months to do, but it was well worth doing. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully you learned a lot. I learned a lot in the course of making it, and I definitely wanted to come back next year.